wonderful good morning. 8 o'clock, 14 minutes. We are back on the track, and after a super night in the garden of this lovely British lady, and we just had got a little chat. Now we plan to hike 24 kilometers, and hopefully we will arrive at a really beautiful place. Let's see. Villa Valentini Bonaparte. That's really not bad. I'm wondering if they're really related to the little man. So it's not a private villa, it's a luxury hotel. You can book it for weddings. Have a look at booking.com. Amazing rooms. And the price for tonight, 450 euros. That's a bargain. Today it's really not good to hike. First of all, the route I choose is really not nice. And I'm hiking against the weather because there comes some rain and I want to make it before the rain starts. So it's a 12:15. There are 9 kilometers left to hike, and then we are done for today. But then we were more running than hiking. A last view to Toscana, because I think I'm soon in Umbria.
Well, this is the place where I wanted to be. This lake is the fourth biggest lake of Italy, and the strange green color of the water is actually not very inviting for a swim. It looks like that it needs a lot new water.
The disadvantage of this camping site is that they don't have got an area only for tents. So you choose whatever is free, which means that you are in between of caravans and campers, and that's a little bit bad. This lake has a depth of 5 meters only, and there is no river which brings fresh water into the lake. So it's just made from rainwater. But at the camping site they told me it was not raining for months, and you can see it because the water and the beach, there are 20 meters in between.
Il telefono mio segreto. Magnano quelli.
Can suffering lead to personal growth? Yes, of course. I now even believe that personal suffering and deep-seated pain are the only keys to many changes, whether on a personal or societal level. If the sun shines out of your ass every day and you are blessed with good fortune, there is no reason to change your situation. Suffering can actually lead to personal growth, as my story and Trees of Memory impressively demonstrate and has been publicly documented from day one. This transformation is often understood under the term post-traumatic growth, psychological phenomenon in which people experience significant positive changes in various areas of life through experiences of pain and suffering. Suffering often challenges our existing beliefs and views on life. By dealing with difficult situations and feelings, people can gain deeper insights about themselves and life. They often develop a new appreciation for life, intensify their relationships, and recognize new possibilities for their future. Suffering can also strengthen personal resilience. People learn to deal with difficult emotions and become more resilient for future challenges. This increased resilience enables them to recover more quickly from setbacks and respond more adaptively to new stressors. Suffering can also lead to a reassessment of personal values and priorities. People who have gone through difficult times often report that they see more clearly what is really important in life and that they maintain more intense and authentic relationships with others. While suffering is undoubtedly painful and often tragic, the human experience shows that it can also be a source of profound learning and personal development. I'm often asked if I'm happy today. My answer is always the same. I have the best life I can imagine. While I sank into an incredibly painful darkness for the first 7 or 8 months after my friend died, trees of memory and my actions brought a meaning to my life that I didn't have before. Like most people, I just lived, loved, worked, partied, consumed, and dreamed of vacations. But I didn't really have a meaning in life. Today, I am truly fulfilled right down to the last chamber of my heart. I am also filled with happiness that I am allowed to do all of this and that I am allowed to experience everything that Trees of Memory brings with it. Of my former, really very large circle of friends, only 4 or 5 people are actually left. I either lost the rest to suicide in their poor handling of the issue and their lack of empathy, or I have completely distanced myself from them in recent years because they simply no longer fit into my life and because they have no empathy or understanding for what I am doing now. But I have found many new friends and friendships, even if these friendships have to be lived out completely differently than when I was not yet on the road. If the infamous fairy godmother were to visit me today to grant me 3 wishes, I would not let myself be transported back in my old life. Everything is fine as it is just good in a different way. But without question, the price for that was far too high. I personally believe that every person is capable of transforming suffering, grief, loss and pain if they have found the right task for themselves or have created it for themselves, as happened in my life with Trees of Memory. But I admit that this is definitely difficult. It takes time, and you have to go deep into your own soul to find the right answers in the silence of your universe. This is possible for anyone who wants to and who turns away from facing the new drastic circumstances of life solely with a destructive "I can't." But you can. You have the strength within you to deal with everything that life throws at you. I'm convinced that every person experiences a fate that he or she can deal with, no matter how terrible it may seem. Who knows the mechanism of their own karma and the great movement that makes life work. We are never the ones who act, but we can give and shape the right answers to all the key points of our destiny. Yes, deep suffering and the greatest possible pain holds a chance for transformation if you recognize this possibility and accept it. But to do that, you must first accept what has happened and that this will change your life from the ground up, whether you want it or not.
Ya no hay nada.